This is the handout that you have to fill out using the Ways of Knowing video from the slide deck. At the end of the handout, there's some learning goals for you to try out, and you'll see that most of the questions are fairly straightforward, where you can get answers from the slide deck itself. So definition of science, purpose of science, and 4 characteristics as well. And then here you have some application problems to try out. And so the application problems, I do want to take those up to make sure you understood them. So try them out yourself first and then pause the video to see if you're on the right track. So classify the following scenarios as being examples of the characteristics of science as being tentative, collaboration, observation inference, or trial and error. So the first scenario is smoking cigarettes was once acceptable and thought not to be dangerous for your health. New evidence has established that smoking is responsible for poor health, disease, and death. So notice that new evidence has come into the picture and changed our way of viewing things. So this shows that we thought one thing and now think another based on new evidence, that science is tentativeness. Scientists from 16 different nations worked together to develop the International Space Station. So 16 different nations worked together. What does that likely refer to? Well, probably collaboration. So science does rely on collaboration. The light bulb works because of a metallic filament within it. Scientists tried many materials before they found the best one for the job. So they tried over and over and over again, many materials. And some of them didn't work, some of them did. Some of them melted too early, for example. And then finally they found one that was better for the job than the others. And so to me that seems like trial and error. You could have also probably said observation and inference, because they're making observations of which metals works better. But this particular scenario here really was trying to focus on the idea that they try many things over and over again, and it's never perfect the first time. Indigenous communities noticed that consuming parts of certain plants, like the willow bark, alleviated aches and joints. So they noticed that. They made this observation. So that's an observation or inference. So if you're presented with a scenario and you're asked about which characteristics of science it relates to, yes, it's possible that there's more than one right answer, but there's always one best answer that we're sort of looking for. You could always justify a different answer, but notice that these were the better answer based on the scenario that was provided. So understand that these are the characteristics of science, know what they mean, but be able to provide some examples of them or recognize examples of them if provided to you as well. Also in this learning goal activity, you'll see there was a section on the tangram activity. So if you did not do that activity, take a look at the slide deck video and you'll understand what it was about, and you can answer the question about the tangram activity by watching the video. And also this here is a separate video that you have to watch to learn about the nature of science. You just make some notes and just be ready to discuss that if you have a class discussion regarding the nature of science and that video.